Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Lightwork 2332. As you know, my name is Nadi. I'm here to bring you guys a pick a card. I haven't done that in a while. So pile number 1 is going to be citrine. Pile number 2 is going to be the clear quartz scone. And pile number 3 is going to be lapis lazuli. Okay, so this is going to be pretty extensive. I've already done each pile because I don't want this to go on so long that it takes hours to load. So go ahead, I'm gonna try to stick the thumbnail, see if I know how to do that. I'm pretty technologically advanced in my career wise, but I've never actually figured out this whole YouTube thing. So we'll see how that goes. But if not, you saw the 3 piles. Pile 1 citrine, pile 2 clear quartz, pile 3 lapis lazuli. I'm gonna put these to the side here now and go ahead and start with pile 1. I hope you guys had a great week. I had an interesting week. I posted, if you don't follow me on Instagram, go follow me, Lightwork2332. I posted today. There's a very important, it's very important to shield your energy at this time. I'm getting that a lot, okay? Especially us that are, you know, have certain gifts, psychic gifts, and we're kind of open to, wow, sorry, I'm looking at these cards. So for those of us who are sensitive towards energies, it's very important to shield our energy right now because there is a lot of contrast out there at this time, a lot of negativity, and we just have to be careful to shield ourselves from that, okay? And set that intention that we're shielding ourselves, right? So there's a lot of cards here, very interesting, a lot of common themes for those of you who chose number 1. I have like 8 different decks here, so bear with me. So for the tarot, if you chose number 1, you've got the 2 of Cups. And again, these are general messages, so whatever comes out is what I lean towards. So 2 of Cups can mean a partnership, a business. It can mean a relationship. You know, a lot of us identify 2 of Cups with a relationship. The 7 of Pentacles, which is all about, you know, waiting for your harvest. You know, you put things in motion and now you're waiting. We've got from the Patch Tarot, the Emperor in reverse, which in this deck says tyranny. And then we've got the Remorse card, which is the 9 of Swords in reverse, right? So what I'm getting here, I'm getting a couple things, okay? I'm getting a couple things based on these other cards here. There's a lot of cards here about transition, about psychic insight. Take a deep breath, yeah. This is intense. So to me, for some of you guys, this is regarding a divine love connection, right? The Emperor can be the divine masculine. Being that it's upside down, I really feel like there's some remorse for the divine masculine. Whether he is because these both look like women, right? Whether he's she is the divine masculine energy, or whether it's a he, actual he, you know, the divine masculine energy. And again, some of us embody both, so this can apply to both you or him depending on how balanced of an energy you are. I have a lot of masculine energy in my chart because I'm a Leo, so I usually identify with both. So what I'm getting is here that the masculine energy in this relationship is going through this remorse. You know, if you turn this card upside down, you'll see that this person is kind of driving themselves crazy, and it's in their head, you know, Swords energy in their head about something that affected their heart, right? They're feeling some remorse in this connection. It might be because they're waiting, because they've planted a lot of seeds and they're waiting, right, for it to harvest. But there's a definite feeling here of waiting and it causing some mental anguish, okay, with your counterpart. If this is business related, this could be that you've worked really hard in this business partnership. You're not really sure if you've invested the right amount of time in the right place, right? You're kind of thinking about whether, you know, even this woman here is kind of looking at her pentacles and look at her face, right? She's kind of like, did I do the right thing? Did I plant the right seeds? You see a squirrel up there as well. And the lamb, you know, the lamb's here in the back. this speaks to me of slow movement, right? And this causing some mental anguish about the way that things have transpired and where they're at based. But this is all mental, okay? This is all mental. And again, the Emperor is a very strong energy. And in reverse, it just means that, you can't force things to happen, right? This is a card, an Aries card. You can't force things to happen, okay? You just got to let things happen as they will. And, divine timing is at play here, and I'll tell you why that is. Okay, group number 1. So for the fairy energy, and I gotta tell you guys, a lot of elemental energies. So as the guide cards this week, for this pick-a pile, I chose the fairy and dragon cards, okay? So you got Beauty's Truth, card 32, which equals a 5, also indicating that there's change happening, right, energetically here. And I'm definitely getting that with the 9 of Swords, right, in reverse. It says beauty, physical pleasure, and sensuality. So what I'm getting here is that you really need to, and you got the surrender to spirit card, right? So it says, once you've done everything you can do to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you, right? And that's what the 7 of Pentacles card is all about. It's about, you've done the work, you've planted your seeds. Driving yourself crazy about when they're gonna sprout is not positive, with this in the reverse, is not positive masculine energy. The masculine energy is what goes out into the physical and manifests things, right? So spirit is saying you're needing to surrender to spirit. And if you look at this fairy here, she's not moving, right? She's just chilling. She's beautiful. She's planted her seeds. She's trusting. She's it says physical pleasure and sensuality. So, she's sexy. She's in her power. She's got those antennas facing the butterfly, which is funny because you got 3 cards here about transformation. So, that's what that 7 of Pentacles is about too. Like, things are going to manifest, right? Because you've been working hard and you've planted. Those seeds will manifest. But you need to embrace the truth of who you are and that you invested in the right place, whether that be for physical growth, emotional growth, spiritual growth. This was meant for a change, 3 + 2 = 5, a change in your life that's causing transformation, okay? And spirit is asking you to stop, with the Emperor upside down. Stop trying to force things and allow things to unfold, okay? And take pleasure in what's around you, okay? Take pleasure in who you are and the transformation of you. So many butterfly wings here, right? Take pleasure in knowing that all your hard work will pay off, and it's transforming you and this relationship or this business partnership into what you're seeking, okay? And then for the trees card and the message from spirit card, it's the same message. You've got transformation, right? Transition. And it's just, I'm really getting here. There's a doorway that seems closed right now, but it's not. You're just in the transition stage, okay? Where you're in between doors, in the hallway, so to speak, right? Looking at this door, like you are here looking at these pentacles, right? Spirit is asking you to surrender to him or her, Surrender to spirit. You've done everything you can do. Now you just have to allow the transformation to occur, because you are transforming, and it's a beautiful process, and you're transforming into this beautiful being, right? And that is your truth. Your transformation is what makes you even more appealing and beautiful, okay? And you should embrace this, right? Even in the hallway. Even in the hallway. Just allow this, surrender to spirit and allow this transformation to occur, okay? You are in this transitional period. You got that with the 7 of Swords. You got that with all this butterfly energy. But just understand, and I think you know this, and the reason why I think you know that you're just in this in-between spirit and you just need to surrender is the fact that we got Odin. Psychic insight says your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. Again, you've got the word truth here too. There is beauty in this transformation. There is beauty in this period of waiting. There's nothing that you can do at this time except understand that there's nothing that can be done. You just need to surrender because you've planted the seeds, with the Emperor in reverse. Stop driving yourself crazy, okay? Stop being remorseful. You did what you did. If you've planted seeds from the heart, and you, even if you weren't sure whether if this is business wise or something that was going to bring you fruit or not, you did it with good intention. Okay, and you have the psychic insight. You know that this process has transformed you in a way that is beneficial for you in the long run, right? And then for the last card, with the dragon energy, you got the orange dragon. So again, sacral energy. You have the power to manifest your thoughts, and you don't want to be in that Nine of Swords energy, okay? You want to be in surrender, okay? Because the fruits of your labor will sprout, okay? They will bear fruit, but you need to keep your thoughts out of that Nine of Swords, which you're getting to the end of that, so you know that you're coming out of that. Keep them positive because you are manifesting, right? And it says, bring soul families and communities together, spread belonging, warmth, and oneness, bring people everywhere together. So again, if this is a spiritual business that you've planted seeds and you haven't seen things come together yet, just understand that you are calling that in, and there's a need. Look at that, 11:11 on the clock. It's all about spiritual alignment with the higher, right? Alignment with divine will through free will. This is what I'm getting, group number one. And if you came to with a question regarding a relationship, you're bringing your soul family together, okay, through this process, and spirit is helping you do that. But you have to stay out of your head, and you have to understand that this is a transformation, okay, and that the truth of that is beautiful, okay? You're transitioning and you're waiting, and it kind of sucks when you're in that energy. But what you're doing with the Nine of Swords is that you're creating your own resistance, okay? And surrender to spirit. That was the advice that spirit gave you here. Surrender to your transformation. Surrender to spirit. It's all in divine order, right? Everything will happen in divine order. You're bringing your soul family together, your communities together. You're working towards something that is spirit-led, okay? Again, remember I saw 11:11 on the clock. You know, you're ascending, you're awakening, and this is all for your greater good. Everything is aligning, right? You're in a process of transformation, okay? You're in that hallway, right, of transition, but transformation is occurring, okay, in this connection, in this business endeavor. And what is needed right now is to stay out of your head and not do anything and just surrender. Okay, surrender, because you've done what you need to do. And I feel like group number one, you're really creating some resistance there. And spirit is just asking you to embrace your beauty. Embrace the truth of who you are, okay? Because this is all a process of bringing your soul family together. And I feel like it's also spiritual, right? You have the psychic insight. I think deep down, people who chose number one, you know that you've planted the seeds and it's coming. And you're just in that transition area where you're kind of driving yourself crazy trying to do too much, and it's really just a time to surrender. Okay, 1313, the death card, transformation, the end of the old, the beginning of the new. Okay, so group number one, I hope you liked that message. I really loved it. And I'm gonna go on to group number two. Okay. All right, so group number two, you chose the clear quartz. And if you were listening to the message at the beginning of this reading, you know, this is reminding me of what I got from spirit this morning before I started this reading. If you're a very strong spiritual person, please be advised that you need to protect your energies at this time. The dragons are around, the fairies, elementals, ground your energy, clear it in meditation. This will definitely benefit you at this time. So let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice. I love how these cards have been so positive. I love it. I'm going to leave this one upside down. Wow. So group number two, I didn't start with this card in group number one, the Keepers of the Light, but I feel the need to start this reading off here based on these other cards, and I'll explain to you why. So you got Katumi, Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. So I'm getting that this is very important to start off with here. So whatever you came to this pick a card for, whatever you picked group number two, and you already know the answer you seek, I did get that, your psychic awareness from the clear quartz energy that I was speaking of in the beginning of this reading, you already know. You're an ascended being. You've been on this path for a while, and if not, you've just entered it, and you're like tower shifting right into your psychic awareness. Katumi and his cloak of wisdom, you can call on him. You already know the answer you seek. It's really a time of going within for you, and of releasing any lower level energies that are not serving you at this time. And I'm being called to look at this Ankh here, and it looks like Metatron's cube behind it, right? Sacred geometry. It's all about truth. It's all about timing, right? And so let me go on here to show you what tarot cards came out. So you've got the Two of Swords, the Nine of Wands, which is funny. That's why I made that little chuckle in the beginning, was because I was speaking of people with spiritual insight, and this is all about the wounded, I don't know if it's a wounded healer. I'm getting wounded healer. But the Nine of Wands speaks of spiritual strength, right? You're almost at the end of this journey, and you're strong, and you're tired, right? But you're exactly where you need to be, okay? And then, so Two of Swords is, a decision to be made. You're feeling a little constricted. The person is blindfolded here. It's this situation is calling you to go within. And like the Cloak of Wisdom Katumi card says, the answers. You have to go within for this. It's not something that you're going to see in the 3D. It's not going to give you an answer in the 3D. This is only something that you can gather from going within, okay? It's a spiritual knowing that you need to rely on in this situation. These are the messages. These are general messages from Spirit, so take it as it resonates, right? And then you've got the Princess of Swords upside down, reverse, which again, it's that young energy. It's you looking in reverse. To me, it's saying that there's a truth here that you're not seeing, and there's a need to go within, okay? Because you're thinking, you're stressed out right now about this decision that you need to make, and you're looking in the 3D for answers, which is not where you need to look, right? It's within. But aside from that, and I'm getting this very peaceful energy, this very Jesus energy here, okay? And I'll tell you why with the cards that are coming up. There's a need for forgiveness here, whether it be forgive yourself, forgive others. There's a need for forgiveness here because there's a truth that you're not seeing. You're being blinded from something that's occurred. You came here for an answer regarding something that has occurred in the physical that's causing you a bit of mental strife, but the answer that you seek, you're not getting it in the physical because it's a spiritual truth that you need to go within and discover for yourself. And there is some forgiveness that needs to occur here. Okay? Definitely some forgiveness here. Okay? Forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness of another. I don't know, but I'm getting that Jesus energy very strong here. Okay? The Prince of Peace I'm getting. He call on him for peace. And I got, truth chills that I said that. Call on Jesus to give you peace. Okay? The Bible and I studied Christianity, and I'm not, religious, I'm spiritual, but, Christianity the Bible does speak of being still and going within. And I really feel like group number 2, this is really what Spirit is trying to tell you here, okay? Because you are headed to 3 of Cups, abundance. Like what you're worried about is not a real thing. I mean, it is a real thing, but it's mental, okay? And that's why Spirit is asking you to go within and trust, because you know the answer. You know that everything's going to be okay. You know that this is all according to God's plan. And that your abundance is coming, right? Your abundance, your happiness, your emotional fulfillment, it's coming. But you need to go within and find balance and wholeness within. Because there is you're not seeing the truth of the situation. And the bigger picture is what I'm getting, okay? And then you've got, for the fairy card, you got the Grail Fairy. Fertility, the return of life, health, life cycle. So the moon cycles may be affecting you at this time. Maybe part of your shadows is getting out of that sword energy, getting out of your head, going within. The moon is all about that. So number 25 card equals a 7. You're protected, you're guided, your psychic insight is real. And you're coming into a time of fertility, right? Of abundance. You know that this is coming for you, but you're kind of like, and I feel like group number 1 was kind of there too. You're kind of not seeing it. You're not seeing that this beginning cycle is coming. The beginning of a new cycle is coming, and that there's a fertility, right? and that abundance is coming, and there's a need for you to rely on your spiritual strength. And I know you're tired because the Nine of Wands is, he looks tired, right? I know you're spiritually tired, and that's why you're going into your head and not seeing the truth for what it is, like the divine truth, the spiritual truth. But that's what the Spirit is calling you to do at this time. And I know that inside that that's what you need to do, right? And then it's funny that we got that moon card, because here we have another moon card with the dragon energy. Silver lunar dragon bathes you in divine feminine light. Come into balance and practice peace, harmony, and cooperation. Expand your causal chakra. And causal chakra. And that the specific chakra has to do with twins. So I am getting this feminine energy right here of having to connect, come into wholeness within. If this is about a twin flame connection, which I wasn't getting that in the beginning, but everything goes back to self, right? Every connection that we want to manifest outwardly goes back to ourselves, goes back to our balance within. When we're not balanced within, that our relationships aren't balanced without. And so this is calling for you to go within. Again, practice peace. Is what I was saying about the Jesus energy, right? Jesus is also all about unconditional love. This can very well be about a spiritual connection, right? So divine is asking you to come into balance and practice peace, harmony, and cooperation, because you are going to get what you want. Intuitively, you know that this is a life cycle. You know that you're going to come into a different cycle and things will shift. But I feel like there's some forgiveness that needs to be done here in this connection and within yourself. Okay, and you need to come into balance, and forgiving will help you come into balance. And you need to call on the higher, whatever it is you believe in, to come bring peace for you, okay? And then what's interesting here is that this is why I initially got the Jesus energy, because your message from Spirit is crucify, nail, and that reminded me of Jesus, right? They crucified him. They condemned him, right? You're bearing a cross here. Right? You're bearing a cross, and it's time for you to release. It's time for you to release, to forgive. In order to release, you need to forgive. You need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive others. Okay? Judgment is not. It's not going to help here. You need to forgive. Okay? You need to forgive yourself and others for whatever occurred here, wherever you came here for. Group number 2. You're in your head about this, and there's a need to release that. There's a need to forgive, because inside this is a spiritual journey. And that ultimately, I love that these coincide, abundance is coming, right? It says surrender to miracles, and the dolphins there. Another moon here. Wow, full moon energy. You may have been really affected by this full moon in Scorpio that we just went through. That lasted, I feel like, a couple days. And so, maybe from that full moon to the next, you're going to be in the process of forgiving, of getting out of your head, of coming into new cycles, okay? Or you can use the new moon to also come into this new cycle, start manifesting this new cycle, right? Because abundance is coming. Fulfillment is coming. Joy is coming, right? And Spirit is saying surrender to miracles. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. And that is right in line with this energy here with the Princess of Swords. Oh, Prince of Swords upside down and the Two of Swords. There's a truth here regarding someone that you're not seeing because you're in your head. But there's a time to release doubt, because inside you know that there was a reason for this. You know that you weren't balanced within. Okay? And that's why it manifested as imbalance without. All right? Connect to your divine feminine light. Okay, call on the silver lunar dragon. Okay, come into peace and harmony and cooperation. Expand that causal chakra, right? And surrender to miracles. Because you are getting this that you want. You're getting this miracle. You're getting this abundance. You're getting this new life cycle, right? There's a need for you to forgive here. Call on any of the masters, ascended masters that I spoke about here today. You're a strong spiritual person. I know you're tired, but it's time to keep going, because you're almost there, okay? You're almost there. Surrender to your miracle. It's almost here, okay? And remember that Metatron cube here, you can also call on him in terms of timing, but this is about divine timing. This isn't about a quick 3D time frame. This is about divine timing. I know we hate that, but it is what it is. Make sure that you're keeping your energies clear, okay? And use the full moon, because I'm getting here that you have a lot of feminine energy, group number 2. And the full moons will help you release. okay, along with the dragon energy. The full moons will help you release what are no longer serving you, okay? So group number 2, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to go on now to group number 3. Group number 3, you guys picked lapis lazuli. I love this stone. It's really, really lovely. Speaks of past lives, speaks of ancestral wisdom. You know, it's a very, very ancient stone. Oh, wow. I feel like all these piles can be taken either romantically or not, you know. But I'm getting that strong, like, divine connection. You know, guys know I'm a twin, so I wasn't gonna do a twin reading, and I don't think I have to with these, to be honest, because these pick a cards all kind of speak to divine unions today. Wow, a lot of purple in this one, guys. Amethyst, very important for you guys, connecting to the spiritual. Okay. All right, so group number 3. Very interesting. A lot of moon energy in all 3 piles as well. If you guys want to go back and look at the last one, there was a lot of moon energy in that one as well. Again, I'm getting here very twin flame energy here. Or divine love. Doesn't have to be twin flames. Doesn't matter about the energy. But spiritual connections that are meant for our ascension. I'm getting that energy here. Could be business as well. So, you know, take it as it resonates, of course. So here we got the moon. Again, the moons are affecting you, group number 3. You just went through a super intense full moon in Scorpio. A lot of changes, a lot of negative kind of energy out there, contrast, a lot of contrast. And it's asking you to clear your energy. Make sure that you're aware of the illusion of it all, right? There's a lot of water energy here. You might be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It could also just be that, you know, that full moon that we just had was in Scorpio, right? So there's some illusion here, and then you've got the Ace of Cups. Some illusion as it relates to a divine connection. I'm also getting you may be a feminine, you may be the feminine energy, but either way, this can be about your feminine energy. This is about a connection that, look at the cycles of the moon, that is going through cycles. It's going through phases. That's why I said that divine love kind of energy here, right? This is an Ace of Cups, though. You know, regardless of what doubt, what fear, what illusion this full moon may have brought up, or the moons are bringing up for you, because you got moons in both of these cards. I'm getting, just remember the higher purpose of this, okay? Your third eye is very activated through this connection. And in this time, okay, you're getting third eye activations that are helping you see past this illusion and understand that this is the Ace of Cups, that this is divine love, right? This is maybe speaking of your relationship with another, maybe be speaking of your relationship with the higher, right? So if in your life right now you're dealing with some contrast, you're dealing with some past life stuff with the lapis lazuli card, just understand that these are just cycles. These are cycles meant for your ascension, okay? But you are divinely guided, okay? And this is all to bring you back into the heart, to bring you back into your knowing, into your higher heart, into your higher knowing. And these are just phases, right? Meant for your ascension. And why do I say that? Because look at this card from the Patch Tarot. Look at how beautiful that is. As above, so below. You see the phoenix here rising. You see the below here, you know, you see the Merkaba. You're transcending these illusions, right? You're transcending these illusions. And you also got the Seven of Swords, which has the moon here as well. This is all about illusion here, okay? This is all about illusion. And usually we see the Seven of Swords as, and this card says crisis. It's also Aquarian energy. Sometimes you could, you know, people backstabbing you, or people going to war with you, or people not being honest. But I'm really getting that this is about yourself. This crisis energy, this red moon here. This crisis energy is really about yourself and the illusions that you're dwelling on in this full moon, right? Because ultimately, this is an Ace of Cups situation. This is a new beginning, a higher knowing, a higher heart activation. This is just a phase, right? Just a phase for your advancement, right? For you to rise, for you to ascend, this is what this group number 3, you've chosen group number 3, this pile, because you're going through the dissolving of of illusion, right? And as you see here, him rising, right? You're going through this advancement, through this ascension process. And yes, it does seem like a crisis right now, or at times like it's elusive, like it's not real, like it's an illusion. But that's what the 3D illusion is all about. That's what awakening is all about, is realizing that the 3D is an illusion, and that you are loved. You are love. You are from a greater source of love, right? And that this is just causing you to advance spiritually, right? This group number 3, you're advancing spiritually. You're transcending lower vibes. This crisis, this 7 of Swords, this moon energy, you are transcending that. The Merkaba helps transcend and transmute lower level energy. And this is what this situation is causing you to do, right? And then you've got from the fairy energy, Green Man's Bride, 38 equals 11. Again, spiritual alignment, right? Spiritual alignment. And it says sacred union, commitment ceremony, maturing into deep relationships. So again, if you came here for a relationship, I want you to know something. I want you to know, and I feel that this is with all of this energy here. This relationship, yes, sacred union. What a great sign, right? But this is really speaking of, and Spirit really wants me to get this through to you. This sacred union, first and foremost, is within, okay? Is within. As above, so below, right? As within, so without. This advancement is for your soul, okay? Yes, there's a physical aspect of this, right? Whether it has manifested as spiritual development, or whether it has manifested as a sacred spiritual, union with another, because Ace of Cups speaks of that, and this is also speaking of sacred union. So it definitely can be a romantic thing, but it starts within. Once you find balance within and you find union within, then you find union without. And that's what this journey is for you, okay? It's very twin flamey, okay? But, labels are labels. It could be for any ascending, multidimensional, awakening soul, right? You are tapping into the universal love. Okay, and this is just a phase of your awakening, okay? But ultimately, you're coming into sacred union with yourself, okay? As within, so without, and with another eventually on, without, right? But just understand that this is, whenever you feel separation from anyone, you're going through this crisis, this moon energy, whenever you're feeling separation in the physical with anything, it's really just an indication that you are somehow telling yourself this lie about how you're separate from God and you're undeserving. Okay, and that you are not love. You are love. You're not separate from God. You are one with Him, within and without and as above, right? So understand that this is a time for you to connect. To any separation you're feeling from someone in the physical is an indication that you need to connect to Source, okay? And this is part of your advancement, to learn this, to learn that you're not separate, that your sacred union with the divine is of utmost importance, and that is what reflects outwardly in your physical life, right? And so what we're getting here as well, and again, I want to remind you that this Merkaba here, speaking of, and you've got the Lapis Lazuli, so you may be transmuting past life karma here, past life stories that you're meant to rewrite, right? And the way that you're going to rewrite that is transmuting that negative energy. You can use the Merkaba, you can use the Violet Flame, you can use the Lilac Fire Dragon that I'm going to show you in a second, because there is, with that moon and 7 of Swords energy and all of this other energy here, it's really about transcending the illusion, okay, and transmuting the lower energies that are holding you up in your advancement, okay? And let me show you how. So Lilac Fire Dragon transmutes the power of divine love. Again, I've gotten a lot of that here. Your connection to Spirit is so important at this time. As you become, and I'm getting truth shows, as you become whole within, as you become balanced within, you become balanced without. Connect to the divine love that is your birthright, okay? That you are not separate from, because that's what's going to manifest this connection in the physical, okay? And it says, open up to transcendent love and enlightenment. Purity of heart brings peace, hope, and joy. Okay, so transmute through the power of divine love. And divine love meaning Source, God, and then every relationship that has manifested from that in the physical, right? And it has here for this message from Spirit, hats. You're playing a role here. This is part of your role on this planet. Your sole purpose is to come here and transcend, right? Transcend the lower dimensional stuff. Transcend the illusion of separation that you feel within, okay? Because it's all, and again, a lot of amethyst, a lot of violet fire flame energy here. Guys, use the violet flame to your benefit. Of course, Google it if you don't know what that is. Shield your energy, okay? Because a lot of this is past life things that need to be transmuted. So transmute it. Call on holy amethyst. Says divine alchemy, move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire, right? And you have here you can also call on the lilac fire dragon to transmute through the power of divine love. You know, this is all about sacred union, you know, inner union, okay? And as within, so without. And then you've got a lot of purple in this card too from the Soul Tree Oracles. Play, right? A way to transmute these lower level energies aside from meditation is grounding, you know, your faith, right? Like how do I show the divine that I am whole within and that I am, you know, I mean, you don't have to show the divine knows, but you trust, you surrender, you allow yourself to have fun, to play, however that is for you. I'm getting very artsy vibes here. Maybe you like to draw, maybe you like art, maybe you like the arts. Again, a lot of violet fire flame energy here. It is your role here on this planet to transcend these things, to ascend, right? And advice from spirit here before we close out is surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Again, that Merkaba energy, that violet flame energy, that divine alchemy, holy amethyst energy, the lapis lazuli, very strong here that you're transmuting outdated stuff, past life, past karma, okay? Because let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar into life. Again, finding that balance, that peace within will help you manifest anything you want in the outer, whether that be a romantic divine love connection, twin flame, soulmate, whether that be a stronger connection to spirit, your spiritual awakening. You have the power, and this is all related, okay? This is all related here. A lot of tree energy. You are growing, right? You are growing, okay? You are transcending. You are advancing spiritually, okay? You are transcending this lower stuff, and you're coming into this inner knowing. You're connecting back to spirit for this sacred union within and without, okay? So let go of these illusions that you keep telling yourself. Stop pointing the finger at other people. Look within. Transmute these lower energies, because this is your role right now, okay? So pile number 3, I hope that this served you. Lapis lazuli may also serve you at this time. Violet flame will definitely serve you. Understand that everything is according to divine order. I'm sending you guys so much love and blessings. All of these piles are beautiful. If you want to go back and watch the others, if you were called to, please do so. I think that a lot of you will definitely gain from that. So sending you guys so much love today and always. And if you'd like a personal reading, I'm going to leave my information below. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, Lightwork2332. Sending you all so much love. Take care.